Good evening. This is Miss Poopee Doodee. Good evening. This is Miss Poopee Doodee, Baltimore's Tony Reporter, reporting for Channel 666 Eyewitness News. In today's news now, we're going to discuss entertainment and politics and all... and all that we want to hear. Now, in today's news, in case you didn't know, the crime in Queens has gone up. The crime in Brooklyn has gone up. The crime in Manhattan has gone up. The crime in New York has gone up. The crime in America has gone up. The crime is always going to be going up because you see, it really doesn't matter. People always like to steal, especially when they don't get caught. Especially when they get caught and they get released because, you know, the prisons are overcrowded and then soon everybody gets to go out for free. Aside from that, I wanted to tell all of you how I took a bus this morning. And as I took the bus and I took out my Metro card, as I took the bus and I took out a pencil, as I took the bus and I took out a pen, I decided to write on my little book that I always carry with me. I decided to write on my fingers because they're always attached to me. I decided to write on my hands because they've decided not to cooperate with me. I decided to tell my feet that one day I hope you don't abandon me like my hands have done. And I told my head, I hope my brain never leaves my head because I will be unable to think. And that will be a terrible, terrible thing. After all, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. After all, a mind is a terrible thing to taste. So as I was telling all of you, today's news is going to be about entertainment and politics. Mix that together and we get a kind of political entertainment going on. I know that's a strange category, isn't it? No, it's not. Everybody talks about that. Everybody talks about that. Does anybody not talk about entertainment and politics? Or actually... is anybody not talking about politics? No, nobody. That's all they talk about. So as I was telling all of you, you know, the fare hike has gone, you know, really high. Oh, everybody, you know, I don't know what to tell you, except that my hands have taken over. I can't tell the news properly anymore without something sinister happening. I can't tell the news anymore without some sort of interruption. I can't tell the news anymore without the sun coming in and then going out and then you're unable to film. I can't tell the news anymore because for some reason I have to keep repeating what I last said. I can't tell the news anymore because maybe I don't have any news to say. I can't tell the news anymore because I don't know if anybody's watching the news. I can't tell the news anymore because maybe people are watching the news, maybe they don't want to hear the news. Maybe people are all going to put it on mute. Now, as you can see, this is an extremely important news broadcast. And it's always important to pay attention to the news, especially when I, Miss Poopee Doodee, am reporting. Especially when I, Miss Poopee Doodee, am giving out awards. Especially when I, Miss Poopee Doodee, are talking. Especially when I, Miss Poopee Doodee, is talking. Especially when I, Miss Poopee Doodee, is walking. So, this was quite an informative broadcast. We've acquainted ourselves with the fact that we have the freedom to talk. And sometimes it doesn't matter if you talk and it doesn't make sense. Because we still have the freedom. You know, freedom is a good thing. So, it's okay if you have the freedom to talk. It's okay if you have the freedom to walk. It's okay if we have the freedom to cry. It's okay if we have the freedom to pay taxes. It's okay if we have the freedom not to pay taxes. Maybe if we have the freedom and it gets taken away from us, then we'll be put in jail. And jail is a really bad thing. And nobody wants to go to jail. That's why it's really important to pay taxes. No, it's not important. It's not important to pay taxes. It's important to be free. So once again, this is Miss Poopee Doodee, Baltimore's Tony Reporter, reporting for Channel 666